Okay, so today we're going to be talking about this book, Scholars Speak. It's written by Cory Brazier, William Douglas, and S.R.Williams, who is not here today, unfortunately, but we're going to keep the ball rolling on. Yeah. So how are you guys doing today?
We're doing good.
Good.
Wonderful.
Excited. Anytime we get to talk about our purpose.
That's good. So before we get into the book, I want to introduce you so I know from left to right, Cory Brazier. Yes. So you are one of the co-authors of this book. How did you even start to begin to want to write a book?
Good question.
Well, me, I'm one who believes that everyone has a book within them.
Okay.
I actually wanted to write a book called The Author in You at one point. Yes. So I know that besides the things that we do with gentlemen and scholars, that all of us had something great to be pulled out of us. And we love the fact that we set our platform on public speaking. And we got so much encouragement from the kids, and we got so much energy from the kids. Like, man, this is what they really want to do. They really want to express themselves, just like we love doing. So it's like, well, why not make it to something that's tangible for them? And why not, it be us in order to present it? So I did believe that writing a book would be Gentlemen and Scholars' next phase. To step in that realm and providing something not just for the kids, but for the young professionals and for the ones who fear all things about public speaking. So that was my big reasoning behind it.
Okay. And to my right, Will. So what inspired, what had you wanting to, write the book as well or be involved?
I got to piggyback off what my bro said.
Okay.
I think the word I like to use is achievement.
Okay.
So all I guess the blueprint or the outline to my life has always been do things in an effort to achieve something.
Okay.
So being an author was way at the top of the list. I know I had talent to attempt to do something like that, but I didn't know when or where it would come.
Okay.
But out of the years of doing etiquette classes with gentlemen and scholars, public speaking, spelling bees, so much that has to do with the platform of getting children to communicate.
Yeah.
So Cory really put it on me and Shane's soul 5 years ago. And like he always does, like, you know what?
5 years?
5 years ago. It was like, you know what? If we don't sit down and find the time to put our thoughts on paper, we'd be doing Gentlemen and Scholars a disservice. So 2 years ago, it was almost at the we always busy, right?
Yeah.
But 2 years ago, he's like, hey, let's really try to
push it
and get this done. So we carved out time in between time we were doing things and really, put this whole thing together.
So me getting into the book, reading it, I know that all of you guys are family men. Every one of you guys have kids and stuff. So how do you coincide your children with what you're doing with the Gentlemen Scholars Program?
Well, it's funny you say that because our children were actually part of the prototype of the classes in the program. We put our children through the program before we even tested it on anybody else. So our children went through every etiquette class. We taught them all the public speaking concepts and principles, had them up there doing speeches at their graduations, gave them certificates. This was years ago. So they were actually the first graduates of the Gentlemen and Scholars Program. So you know, they turned out all right.
I know that's right. So they were like y'all guinea pigs, huh?
I mean, not to add to that, there are guinea pigs that really didn't have a choice. It was like, you know what, y'all doing this.
Yeah.
And their mother's like, you know what, you going with your daddies on Saturday, we with your daddy, whatever Gentleman Scholars has to do. And Cory's right, but it's amazing to see the kids now.
Yeah.
Right? So his two daughters are the smartest daughters in the world, right? Achieving great things. Shane's son is doing journalism stuff in the CTE classes. He's a junior at Adams. And then, you know, little Will is a prototypical face of Gentlemen and Scholars. And literally, he just brought home a report card. He always get good grades, but this is the first time he achieved all A's. So when he achieved them home, I was like, oh my God, okay. So it brought a whole other lesson, just me and him right there. See, you see what this Gentleman Scholars is talking about?
Yeah.
You see, you have to walk this way. Now watch doors open for you. And that was the goal.
So there's no jealousy.
No.
Because they feel like you're giving more to the program than to your own children.
You know what? The thing about it is maybe earlier, you know, no doubt we had to be, you know, gone from the house a little while, but most of the time we were doing our classes were doing school hours. But it was some occasions where we had to do them after school and so forth. And I felt that a little bit with my girls earlier. But now, you know, as they grow up, I can't even get them to sit down for a hug or anything.
Right.
They're not supporting daddy. They're not supporting. They got their own lives.
You know,
they're teenagers, you know what I'm saying? So they say, "Oh, daddy, he gonna do what he gonna do," you know. And but the great thing about it is we are doing classes at my daughter's school,
right?
And every day that we're there, she comes through.
Okay.
Yeah.
To see what's going on.
Yeah, and sit down and spend a little time with it, even if it's just 10 minutes. She sit down
it's
within
time.
the class.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. You can get lost in what you're doing if you don't have like you just said, the end, the goal. What is the goal, basically? So I don't know, it just seemed like y'all got it all mapped out. So I'm gonna get into the book now.
Okay.
I like the way it's written. You guys did a good job.
You noticed that? You noticed that style?
You guys did a good job with writing it. I like the way that you incorporated quotes from famous literary people, whether they write books, poetry, or they're motivational speakers. I see how y'all try to stick with motivational speakers. Like, you know, like Dave Ramsey and people in did you feel that was a need for you to do that? Because I noticed y'all did it through like basically every chapter.
Yeah. It was I know Cory got a lot to say about this. We had a blueprint, number one, putting this book together. Number one, we wanted to put the flavor of Gentlemen and Scholars and incorporate it into the book, right? We all got 3 distinctive styles for those that know us, but we blended it in to one to write the book. And then you want to do it in such a way to pay homage to everything and leave no stone unturned. So when it comes to quotes, we got to quote the best. We got to pay homage to the best. We got to.
You believe that?
First of all, I mean, you see, first we let everybody know up front we're not experts on public speaking.
That was clear.
We're not experts. We're not the leading authority. But however, if you take time and dig in, you'll get something out of it. You want to add to that?
You feel?
Yeah. Well, I have to echo that. You know, starting picking up off that we're not the leading authority, but this is a motivational guide.
Right.
Okay. And it is.
It's a motivational guide, and more or less, it's a why-to guide. Okay, the book is a why-to guide. It's a lot of how-tos in it, but the why-to, you know, and a lot of times, if you hear from people that have done the work, you know, who have shown success, you be like, man, you know, it's not these fellas. Yes, we read these fellas, but these fellas are standing on the shoulders of giants,
right,
who have done the work and who are out there speaking to millions of people and affecting people in such a way to where, if I can't quote him, you might not listen to me, but you'll listen to him. These are the words from Eric Thomas or Jim Rohn or so forth, Dale Carnegie. These
I was gonna point that out to you.
yes, the leading authority in self-help literature.
Right.
These things must be referenced, and it gives I would say credibility to the works. Like, we've done our research on this industry.
Like, do you practice all of the things that you guys write about with public speaking in the book?
Yes. So the major thing we practice is the affirmation part. Okay. It's a portion there to where we, because even today, when I get up in front of people, there's butterflies. Okay, there's butterflies, but I don't let them last long. But what allowed me to combat the butterflies, I did the work of preparing. Okay, the affirmations, the studying of the speech and so forth. The preparing helps you, and the self-talk helps you prepare your mind in order. So when you get on stage, all right, man, I envisioned this. I'm ready. The affirmation was a big thing, and just different concepts on voice inflection. Always realizing that you have to hold the crowd as if you're talking to them in a conversation as well. So you're not talking to yourself.
Right.
If I have to, I'm gonna talk through the wall in order to hit your heart. You know what I'm saying? So those concepts like such.
You agree with that?
Definitely agree with that. I want to add, a lot of people, as authors now, but you don't know that we, for the past 7-8 years, we've done etiquette classes, right? So we actually doing it in real time, telling the kids these tips, right? And then have them go through the exercise of doing it. Like, okay, that works, and actually see their confidence from public speaking from week 1 improve to week 9, to where they end up doing their own graduation speech. So to see that happen in real time and to be able to articulate it in book form, number one, is let us know that it works. And if you try these simple steps, it'll get you there too. So we kind of like stepped outside ourselves. And it was like, okay, how can we get them to meet certain criteria, right? So practical steps, all intentional. The B-Being and spelling bee birthed gentlemen and scholars. So the idea to do a spelling bee when we first came out was Cory's idea. I didn't even know what to do. I'm trying to think of how we gonna get this together. He said, man, I'll scrap all that. We're gonna introduce ourselves by putting that spelling bee to get you in together. And then it took me all the way back to my 8th grade year, and what it did for me, I said, oh, genius. All these kids gonna love it. Oh man. Yeah.
I think it's like I said, I like the book in the fact that it's the foundation for your whole program.
Yes.
It really is the foundation of your whole program. Like, you could really get people to want to be involved by just your book. To want to like, oh, okay, if they did this in just a book, then what is a program like? It's harder for people to do public speaking because people don't really just talk to one another anymore. Everything's done through social media, texting, and all this different stuff. It's a different form of speaking, but it's not.
It's high tech. So it's like when I was in this sales organization, we're talking about 2 types of communication: high tech and high touch. Okay, so high tech is what you're gonna need to know this in this day and age. You're gonna need to know how to get online and do what you have to do, and most kids know how to do that. But what they lost was the high touch. Okay, you're gonna have to know how to communicate. Ask for what you need. I refer it all the time. The world is like a vending machine. So, what do you do with a vending machine? You take money, something of value, you insert it in, and you select and get what you want out. Okay. The world is a marketplace, it it requires for you to put value in it. And if we can build, the truth is we're falling back. That's why Scholars Speak is there, okay, to level the playing field.
Right.
Okay. Oh yeah, they're falling back because technology is, this is another force. It's a force of convenience. They communicating like this instead of like this. And we're saying, not so fast. There's still instances where you have to use your voice.
That's right.
Okay. And we're gonna help you do it. Don't shy away from it.
Yeah.
This is gonna level the playing field. But they would rather shrink and hide behind the keyboard all the time. We know this, you know. So this is why we're here. We sense that that's happening.
Yeah.
So is there going to be a part 2 for Scholars Speak?
Part 2, well, for Scholars Speak, let's just say this is not the end of Gentlemen and Scholars writing experience. So we just started.
Right.
Okay. We got to make sure we nurture this baby. We've got to make sure this particular piece has enough exposure. And you know how it go. You never know what's around the corner.
Yeah.
I think I want to see it as, so I agree with Cory. We're just getting started, right? But he said earlier, everybody has a book in them. I think we have Gentlemen and Scholars as a collective have at least 5 books, right? Okay. I think Cory individually has about 5 to 10, and I think I got about 3 to 5, and Shane probably around there too. So I think it's levels. So that's double-digit books right there. So we're authors now, so we might as well.
Broaden your horizons, be more flexible with your writing. So it wouldn't just be about public speaking. It would be.
So me personally, my second passion is health and nutrition. So I got a health book in the works right now as we speak.
That's right, because you got the boxing.
Brazier Fit boxing. Yeah.
Okay.
And then to add to that, I write poetry, right? So I've been writing poetry for well over majority of my life, and everybody who knows me said, "You already got your poetry book done." And I technically do, but I probably won't bring it out until we knock a few more of these out.
In chapter 10, I had to write this down so I can remember what I don't know if all of you collectively said this or if it was just one of you guys, but you said we want to help people realize no matter what your passion in life is to be a scholar in it.
Yeah. Take form and scholar up. So, our mantra, throughout town, in this movement is everywhere you see it, you say scholar up, scholar up.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yes. So that comes from the thought of, you don't necessarily have to seek a career in public speaking.
Right.
Okay. You don't necessarily have to do that. But whatever you do, you can have the capability of doing that. If you learn and take pride in whatever you're passionate about. Become an expert. Become a scholar in it. Okay? So it's almost second nature if you want to explain about that particular profession or subject. It's so free flowing that you just feel you just want to talk. You find yourself just talking about it. Now you're in front of people, and you might actually be able to be compensated by educating people in something that you're passionate about. Become a scholar in it. At the very least, you owe it to yourself. Be the best you can at it. Learn everything you can, and you never know. With Scholars Speak, plus your knowledge in that particular subject, you might be out here helping all kind of people, and teaching them things that they never knew that existed in that particular platform. So, become a scholar in it, scholar up, take form and scholar up, and then speak on it.
I agree. Scholar up has become a battle cry, so to speak. So between or after every class we do, we got the kids get together And you know what? 1, 2, 3, scholar up. We've been doing it for so many years, for so long. Now, me and Cory can go to the grocery store. We can walking down the street or at the park, and you will hear scholar up. So, some kid on the other side of the park raising his one up high. And number one, he's proud to associate achievement by yelling scholar up. And to us, we like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, the mayor, we may run to the mayor, scholar up.
Scholar up.
Teachers that we done,
That's
you know,
it's
everywhere.
The motivation, or I guess, what made you want to choose this for your book?
The cover of
it, yeah.
I think you want that?
Yeah, so we wanted something that was impactful. I keep using it, and powerful.
Yeah.
You know, something simple,
regal,
you know, but powerful to make a statement. You know, and the microphone. The microphone, stepping up to the mic, that's what you see. You know,
right.
Almost like if you're in the spelling bee, you step up to the microphone. So
exactly.
You know,
exactly.
And credit to the publisher and the book designer. We painted a picture. They brought it to life. You know, we love the book cover. They did a great job on it. You know,
I like it.
You know, it stands
eye
catching. You know,
thank you.
Everything that's in it is represented. You know, you can't judge a book by a cover.
Right. Judges.
Yep.
Judges.
You remember, it's already right here. You already know what you're getting into. Like when you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, let me see.
Even the name, Scholars Speak. So, you know, to be transparent, the first book was going to be about mentorship. You know, book about mentorship. It's like, you know, we're a mentorship organization. So why not put together the concepts on how to make mentoring a flourishing career, you know, which is still a good idea. But at the same time, it was like, man, but every one of our classes has to do with self-expression.
Yeah.
Public speaking. That's what we want. That's what we preach. That's what we're doing every day. It was like, man, and this is a universal skill and a universal fear.
True.
Okay. And you know, my dad always told me whoever can solve the most problems possibly make the most money as well. So it was a business decision along with a decision that can actually help people in their daily life and in their professional life.
Right.
So it was like, man, you know, we public speak all the time.
True.
Let's dive deep in and pull out everything.
I'm glad y'all went with that though. Yeah. With the public speaking, the mentorship. That's part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's part 2.
Okay.
But look, I'm telling you. That's part 2. But no, for real though, I'm glad y'all went with public speaking first. Then because we already, I guess what you're saying, like you're already getting your feet wet with the mentorship thing. So it's time to take things to the next level and to how did we get here? Like, you know, like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how I'm able to speak to these children. Yeah. Like, what got me there to that point? To be able to express myself to, you know, future scholars and stuff.
I think that was part of the process. Like, we could have talked about anything. Yeah. Even what we were going to talk about was strategic. We was like, okay, public speaking. Because Cory said we talk about the end all the time. Yeah. Where are we going to be at the end of everything that we do? Oh, probably on stage, public speaking. So let's hit that now.
Right.
Let's hit that now. And that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of times we understand, too, the audience, when somebody picks up a book, usually they say to themselves, or pick up anything, what's in it for me?
Right.
That's the question.
And that's true.
That's the question. What's in it for me? Yeah, you know, you have a great story, but what's in it for me? We let you know right offhand. Scholars Speak. Okay. This is a motivational guide to a monumental mouthpiece. Interesting. Look, it's the money of public speaking. You know, that's what's in it for you. You learn to transform your voice. Quite possibly, you could transform your future.
So did you guys do traditional publishing or you guys self-publish?
Through Amazon.
Yeah,
Self,
Amazon.
yeah.
So self-publish.
Mm-hmm.
Same like us. Okay. All right. Do you like the idea of self-publishing, or you guys wish you would have had a traditional publisher?
We love self-publishing. Yeah. So the opportunity is there. We just got to push it.
Mm-hmm.
And make our presence felt.
Right.
Get our buzz going and try to get it to many people we can.
Yeah, that's the mission.
Would Shane agree with you guys on what y'all just said?
Shane brought it.
Wholeheartedly.
Look. Yeah, Shane brought it to us.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Shane brought it to us.
Wholeheartedly. And I want to throw out to Shane Williams. Shane do a lot. He got his hands in a lot of things, but even this book writing process brought the best out of Shane that me and Cory haven't even seen in a long time, man.
Yes.
So I think just the title author says achievement, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think to all of us, it was like, oh, okay, a whole other platform. For me, it was like, okay, Will, you did 11 years over here. Now start over. Do it again. Oh. For Cory, only Cory can talk about that, but I know Shane was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome, fellas.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's how you feel.
I know you're not here. But I still like to throw him
Shout out.
We
call him Nutty.
You know what? Because to be honest with you, being an author definitely went on Shane plate. And my procrastination, so yeah, I got stuff I got to deal with too, but my procrastination was preventing me from becoming an author. But Cory's so resolute on what we got to do and pushing me and Shane, like, we got to do this, right? And just to make it happen, dude was relentless on it. So
I know that's right, Cory. You gotta crack that whip.
So we had some uneasy moments, just like all people do, because all brothers do. You know what I'm saying? But we, when our heads came together, just like all the time, magic happens, and it definitely happened in this whole process.
It did, and it was this year. Y'all did very good on y'all first.
Way is nothing.
See.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
So let that thought resonate. And we do it all. I do it too. But the correct way to do it is nothing. If I don't have anything to say, I don't want to take that place like, you know what I mean? Just next thought, boom.
Right.
Next thought, boom. But you have to take control of the conversation, because if you pace the conversation like you want it and it's not sped up, it goes at your pace. See what I'm saying? It goes at your, if you want to speed it up, that means you got a lot to say, and there won't be any uhs or all this different type of stuff. But if you slowing it down, it'd be at your pace. So between instances, between phrases, you be like, okay, let that sink in and go out again.
That's why I swear, every little thing I'm like, oh, okay, it's teaching me how to be better.
Look, and the thing is, it's amongst ourselves, so too. As we may do something, me and him a debrief, like, bro, slow down.
Yeah.
You ain't got to rush yourself off the stage. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's do it. You know, it's for me, it's a blessing to be around constant affirmations.
Yeah.
And constant.
You too.
Constant practice. Practice. You know what I'm saying? So, talk about 10,000 hours. We logging 10,000 hours now. So, you know what I'm saying?
This counts as it.
Yeah. So we actually live what you write. You know, to actually live what you write, ain't nothing better.
And even the ones who are quote unquote experts at it, they could pick up this book and be reinforced.
Yep.
Of course, I see
be
that.
Be reminded, be like, become so natural. But these are concepts to where we, at the very least, we want to be a good recommendation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They could be doing their thing and be like, you know what? There's a good book I recommend to you. Scholars Speak by Gentlemen and Scholars, Cory Brazier, William Douglas, and Shane Williams. S.R.Williams the first. S.R.Williams the first. But if anything, would be a good recommendation. You know,
bare minimum.
In your speech class.
Bare minimum.
You know, that's what we want.
Yeah.
For the novice and for the expert.
Okay. Makes sense, though. Makes sense. Okay, so I know we're at the end.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask some questions. It's not brain surgery. There's no right or wrong answer. So I'm gonna ask a question. You can answer it. Then you can answer it.
Okay.
And then from there, we'll just close out, and that'll be it.
All right.
All right. First question is: do you prefer to be a student or do you prefer to be a teacher?
Mm.
I prefer to be a teacher.
I prefer to be a student.
Okay. Now, why?
I prefer to be a teacher because I know the information if I can teach it. So I've learned it enough. Whatever I'm trying to do, if I can teach it, that means I know it well enough that I have confidence, and whatever I'm doing, I can pass it on to somebody else with confidence to make sure they're on the right path. So I know I'm doing good if I can teach it.
Okay.
Okay.
My thing is, I'm a forever learner, right?
Okay.
So I'm constantly,
Second.
constantly, even with gentlemen and scholars, I'm sucking up everything that these two great men got, right?
Okay.
And for having them to buy into my dream is icing on the cake. So let me just sit up here and learn. Maybe I can, if I regurgitate to some of this and become a teacher, that's icing on the cake for me. But let me sit up here and learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys prefer to work indoors or outdoors?
Indoors. And well, I prefer most of my time indoors. Okay. No, I prefer most of my time recreation time indoors. I mean outdoors, but as far as teaching and classes, indoors.
I like both because we have to do both. So we wear a lot of hats. So, yep, I like being in the classrooms teaching, but you gotta think we have to get our programs financed. So that's the outdoors. So I gotta meet people. I gotta use some of these speaking skills to get people to not even look at our program, but maybe support it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if either one of you ever been outside the country,
Mm-hmm.
but if you had the opportunity, would you prefer to go to Australia or South America?
That's interesting. Because I always wanted to go to New Zealand. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? South America, Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to pick, which one? It's not wrong or right answer.
South America.
Okay.
I say Australia, just for the sake of saying, but I haven't did nothing. I haven't been out the country.
You haven't been out the country?
No, so it's so much. I'm a baby at a whole lot of stuff. So maybe that's the start of it.
No. So you have passports?
Yes.
You have a passport?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. Passport. Yeah. I've been to Canada before, but I have a passport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got to get mine. I'm on it, working on it.
Yeah.
And is there any books that besides your own that either one of you are currently reading right now?
Yes. I'm reading a book is called How to Eat to Live.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a white cover?
No, it's by Elijah Muhammad. Yeah. So he has two books. So I just picked that book up. It's several health books I'm reading, but that's the one I'm on right now.
Me, the Bible. So my Bible studies are set up to almost like an ebook.
Mm-hmm.
So the scriptures are read back to me in a series of lessons. So yeah, probably the Bible because it gives me a barometer to check myself as a man, husband,
Mm-hmm.
father, and how I'm supposed to move out here. And then I'm like, okay, once I get that information, then I can go apply.
Okay. Last question. Are you guys a part of any book club?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to give you guys the opportunity to be a part of my book club, which is the podcast that you're on today.
Awesome.
Like I said, once I edit this interview and stuff, I will send both of you, all three of you actually, the link so you can look at this interview, and then you can subscribe to my channel.
Automatic.
To become
Done.
part of the club.
Yes.
Do it. I love it.